What's up, everybody? Ryan Murphy checking in. I want to have a conversation today about Beachbody, the performance line. And so for those of you who don't know Beachbody, it's something that has been around now for quite some time. I got introduced to it through Steph, my fiance, making a decision for us. And really, it was a mutual decision, but she was the one that was able to implement it and roll it out, related to eating healthier, eating cleaner, wanting to create good habits for both us and then the family that we plan on starting in the future. And so this was our first step. So it started with 21 Day Fix, which is really focused on portion control and learning how to put in the right amount of, or a better amount of protein, vegetables, all your micros and macros, etc. So anyways, take a look at this. This is the performance line right here. So we've got a couple products. Number one is the protein. So 20 grams of protein, pretty standard. I would say that if you're gonna swap out products, and purchase not the whole performance line, but do one-off purchases, I would say that this is one of the least, in terms of stack rank. You can buy protein somewhere else. You just want to be looking for about 20 grams of protein in each scoop and low sugar if you can have it. And then obviously also you want to make sure that you're not going to pop positive in a drug test. That's a big part of this. One of the pros for me is if you're a college athlete, a high school athlete, there's so many supplements out there now, and it's so hard to know what's in what because you go to a supplement store, they're pushing, they've got a commission, they've got a quota, they've got an incentive to still sell you something specific. So one of the reasons I like the Beachbody line is because it's endorsed by Marcus Elliott of P3, and it's also guaranteed no fail on a drug test. So performance protein, all right, that's part of the first one. And then the way that I use it is prior to working out, you read prior to working out or post working out. For me, it's like, dude, just get the protein in there. I don't think you're gonna start melting away if you miss your ideal window. I just think that that's too much. Next one, up on the performance line is hydrate. So think about this, and this is something that I had never really considered, but it makes total sense. So when you fail or when you start to really diminish in a workout, typically it's because of lack of hydration. And so the concept behind this is like Gatorade type situation where you've got electrolytes, you've got some sugar, and you throw a couple scoops of this into some water, or like what I'll do is I'll mix it with my pre-workout, which is Energize, and instead of having to feel like you're 25 minutes into your workout and you've got a little bit of a baseline built up of I don't know how you'd want to say it. It just makes you feel less. It makes you stay hydrated. It helps you stay hydrated throughout the workout. So that brings me to this. This is my favorite part of the performance line right here. Energize, pre-workout. There's a lot of it out there. A couple of the things I like. Again, number one, key is just you're not going to fail a drug test. Number two, there is not a huge amount of caffeine in it. A lot of these supplements on the market that I took in college, that I'm lucky I didn't die from, honestly, had at times 450 milligrams in a scoop in terms of caffeine, plus whatever other proprietary energy blend was in there. And for me, this gets me a nice gentle little lift. It still feels pretty clean. For the people who have used pre-workout before, you might know what I'm talking about, but sometimes the pre-workout gets you this feeling of like, wow, I'm amped, but like my brain is foggy because it definitely has an impact on the way that your brain functions. This is nice. It's a gentle lift, 100 grams of milligrams of caffeine in a scoop, and so I'll do 2 scoops of it, which is equivalent to about 1 cup of coffee, and so this would be stack rank number 1 in my mind is the Energize. Just because, again, good pre-workout's hard to find, especially if you're going to meet the criteria of not having crazy amount of caffeine and then not putting you in a situation where you're going to fail a drug test. Moving on, creatine. Okay, so creatine fills the muscles up with some water, provides you a little bit of energy. I use this intermittently. I don't use it every day. It's not an everyday part of my process. It probably wouldn't hurt, but I would say, again, that would be creatine. I think the biggest value with the creatine with the Beachbody is that, again, it's trusted. Like, you're not going to pop and fail for a drug test, which is what initially got me excited about it. The overall theme of this is it's easy too. Like, you're going to get this stuff delivered to your door. So if you're like me, you're not very proactive, it's nothing worse than going into your cabinet before a workout and you realize, oh shit, I'm out of pre-workout, or oh, I'm out of protein, and now I've got to scramble and maybe I don't actually get over to the store for a couple days, so I'm buying $4 muscle milks at Valero. Like, this stuff gets delivered every month, it's recurring, so it helps you build in a foundation in the process. And then last but not least, Shakeology. So this is the one that I get most question about, I would say, from the athletes that use the line through me as a coach and then through Steph. Like, what is Shakeology? Why is it valuable? And I'd say it's valuable for a couple reasons. Number one, it has 20 grams of protein in a scoop, so you're getting that benefit of it. So you mix in 1 scoop of protein, plus you mix in, or 1 scoop of Shakeology plus the protein. Now you got 40 grams of protein in 1 serving. For most people, like if you're 200 pounds and you're trying to gain some lean muscle mass or maintain, you gotta be throwing in about 220 grams of protein a day is where I stand. So you're knocking out about 20% of that protein quota, so to speak. Shakeology's also got a lot of natural anti-inflammatories. So for somebody who is working out constantly like me and probably not doing the best job of sleeping enough to recover adequately, it's going to help you with the breakdown, repair, and suppression of inflammation that's associated with growing yourself, lifting weights, throwing hard, all the different stresses that we put on our body. It's also going to have a lot of the superfoods, the things that I would typically not put into my diet, but the gentleman who put the product together is somebody that's on a mission, dude. He's lit up. He went all around the world searching for the best products, best ingredients, best this, best that. The YouTube video is fantastic. I'll actually post it. But so that's my breakdown right there. I just want to give you guys an honest assessment again to highlight it. The Beachbody Performance line. You've got multiple products. You've got creatine for some additional volume to your muscles, water retention in your muscles. You've got the hydrate, which is great for mixing in. It's like a Gatorade type of effect. Mix it in to make sure you get some electrolytes while you're working out and keep yourself hydrated. Most workouts fail because you get to the point where you're so dehydrated that your brain, your energy starts to shut down. And then Shakeology, okay, this would be one of the top 2 purchases. I know guys don't eat enough, and I know they definitely don't eat enough in terms of healthy superfoods. Like I know I don't if I don't get my Shakeology. And then we've got Energize, which I'd put right at the top, stack rank that right at the top, pre-workout. And then lastly is we've got the Recover. So there's another piece here too that I didn't talk about, but it's the BCAAs element. So here, let me just slide over. Right here, BCAAs, so you've got your recharge. It says again, like prescription is to take it at night, but I think you can still mix that in. I'm not as concerned with time of day, I'm just concerned with getting it in once a day. But BCAAs help you with the regeneration of destroyed muscle tissue, and in some studies it shows that the BCAAs might be the most important part, like the recovery part after the workout, in terms of gaining strength, long-term athletic development. And then the other thing I would recommend is making sure that you have multiple shaker bottles if you get this started. Like for instance, we've got a bunch. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, we've got a bunch right here. We've got like 4 right here. And it gets to the point where if you don't have clean shaker bottles, it's one more reason why you won't make it happen. So I'd recommend starting with like 4 shaker bottles. They're pretty inexpensive. You can get them at any store. And then make sure you clean it out fast, because if you let it sit in the sun or if you let it sit in your car, it is going to get smelly. It is not going to be good. But clean it out. And the overall goal of this is you got to have a healthier lifestyle if you want to be more successful, have more energy, look better, feel better, move better. And the Beachbody supplement line has been a huge part of my ability and Steph's ability to take steps in a better direction towards that end goal. So if you guys have questions, please reach out. You can go ahead and Facebook inbox me. You can send an email to murphybaseballperformance@gmail.com, or you can go ahead and send me a text message, give me a phone call at 617-543-8959. I am passionate about helping people achieve, man. It doesn't matter what the goal is. If you've got a big goal, it's related to fitness, lifestyle, improvement, growth, let me know. That's what it's all about. Baseball is the medium that I spend most of my time talking about, but it all starts with wellness. It all starts with how you take care of yourself, and that all starts with the fuel you put into your body. All right? I think a timely analogy is we've got this little gas crisis going on in San Antonio. I just went to the gas station. All they have is regular. I don't want to put regular in my truck, but it's all that they've got. I'd prefer to put plus into my truck. All right? Well, if you're trying to run a really powerful explosive motor, and that means you're going to have to put in a higher octane fuel if you want to be able to sustain high performance time after time after time. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Thanks a lot.